Good morning. Paris 1, Panthéon-Sorbonne University has been built previously in 1252 by Robert de Sorbonne, and we are today gathering roughly 40,000 students for more than 1,700 professors and researchers, helped by more than 800 people from the administration.
My name is Bernard Belletante, and I am the Dean of Euromed Management. Euromed Management is a business school located in the south of Europe with a strong focus on Euro-Mediterranean managerial issues. In terms of students, we have bachelor's programs, master programs, MBA programs, and executive education programs. We have two overseas campuses, one in Morocco and one in China.
Every university, every B school needs today a benchmark. And this benchmark has to be brought by such rankings like the SMBG ranking. It's not pleasant at all, because indeed in such a ranking, the only pleasant place is the first one. When you are not the first one, the ranking is not pleasant, but it is needed today. Needed to know exactly where you are and where your competitors are.
I think that the ranking of master's programs will give to the market information on different providers of higher education. And for me, it's a good support for the decision-making process of the students.
It's very important for us because this is a reward of all our efforts done in the previous years. And of course, it locates her in the very best place compared to our competitors. So when you are practicing selection at the entrance of in our masters, of course, all the students are mentioning this guide, saying that I'm just here, I'm just a candidate because you're very well ranked. So, of course, it's very important for us to be in this ranking and, of course, in the best places of this ranking.
The SMBG ranking has a real impact of Euromed Management Masters, because when we are recruiting students for our masters, and if we ask them how they are knowing Euromed Management, very often the answer is by SMBG ranking.
The main specificity of this ranking is to give the possibility to the students to have their word on this ranking. I mean, this is not the FD ranking, this isn't the Shanghai ranking based on variables and mathematical algorithms. We are just talking about a ranking which will interested in what are the resources managers are saying, what are the professionals are saying, and most important, what are the students are saying about their diploma, about their masters. In fact, if you're customer focused, if you are focused on the needs of a market, you have to listen to the market. And of course, maybe the voice of this market will not be pleasant to hear, but this is probably the main asset to improve yourself and to be tomorrow in the best situation to offer the best masters, as we are trying to do it at Paris 1 Panthéon-Sorbonne University.
Traditionally, rankings are built on very objective criteria. For example, the quality of research, the number of researchers, and so on. And I think it is very relevant to ask to the students their opinion on their studies. I think it's a good idea.
On an international point of view, my answer will be definitely no. SMBG has not at all legitimacy for this. But remember Robert Parker in 1975, when he first tried to write a book about the wine business. It was not at all legitimate. And look what's now. Now is not only the general attorney for the wine business, but is also the most important wine advocate all around the world. So things are sometimes requiring time, but at the end, I do believe that what has been done in France can be duplicated on an international point of view, and has to be, because we are living in a global world. So yes, if SMBG is now legitimate in France, there is no doubt that it will be legitimate also on a worldwide point of view very soon.
There is no company having its own legitimacy. Legitimacy is only the result of the quality of the work. And today, SMBG ranking is building step by step its legitimacy.
Such ranking will be very important for students to know exactly where to go, where to be trained, and where to get their masters. So, yes, I strongly believe that even for Paris 1 Panthéon-Sorbonne University, it will be very important to be part of such ranking, because indeed, we will have then the opportunity to lure the best students from all over the world in our disciplines and for our masters. So yes, indeed, the mobility will increase, and yes, indeed, such ranking will help and will, of course, feed this mobility, because it will help the students, their families, to choose the best and the right master to go in.
International rankings are good support for international mobility, because the main problem for international students is to have a good knowledge of the institutions in different countries. And if we can provide relevant information for these students, they will be able to travel more easily.
The fact that it is by masters and not for the complete establishment, the complete university, is very important, because, you know, it's really a factor that could stimulate all the masters that are not ranked yet. Because if there is a reward, then you have to get this reward. If there is a reward that can bring you some advantages, then you have to get this reward. And to get this reward, you have to be ranked. So yes, I strongly believe that it could stimulate all the masters that are not yet ranked in such ranking.
A ranking of programs could be more interesting than a ranking of institution, because it's possible for an institution to have a very, very excellent program. And sometimes these very good programs could be hidden in a global range of programs. For example, we have at Euromed Management very good programs in maritime management. And certainly these programs are among the best in the world. And it's important for us to provide information on this kind of program.
Final word on this ranking. I would say that for managers, I'm sure it is useful, and I'm inviting you to watch them very closely. And of course, to my competitors on other universities, all my apologies for being behind us, and because Paris 1 Panthéon-Sorbonne University has legitimacy to be Paris 1, just to be in the first place on this ranking. So all my apologies. This is a very useful ranking. This is very important ranking today for students and managers, and I'm sure that we will increase our share of market in this ranking. Thank you.
I think it will be fascinating to know which will be the best master in sports management in Africa, the best master in finance in South America, and so on. Thank you very much.